Hey, what's going on, folks? Welcome to the last men's Olympic basketball recap. This is for the gold medal game. We got Cardell Dudley Jr. here. I am Wilson Tarpe Jr. Look, man, Steph Curry. He detonates late. USA beats France 98-87 in gold medal game. Cardell and I was talking, the last go round about post this Olympics, how scary things might look, for the U.S. in terms of, we've had the luxury kind of going into these things to a degree, like it's not that it's an automatic W, but for the most part, kind of like think about how many things have to go wrong for you to lose. Where it's a whole new world on the other side of this. Now that this group has finished this task, shout out to France for the run that they made, and one of the reasons why things may look iffy and or scary going forward is what one of the folks over on France did in this game. But Cardell, gonna let you get started.
Hell of a battle, hell of a game, very competitive to late. Obviously, the world saw it. Steph Curry beat Steph Curry and bomb him late. Honestly, three or four straight threes, man. That was the cushion, and that's how close it was to losing. Remember, I've been saying all Olympics, man. The teams, you have to play damn near perfect for 40 minutes, and you have to be able to get stops. We knew coming in that their front court would be able to rumble with the USA's front court. And for the most part, they did. But their guards would have to step up. And for most of the game, they were right there. But late, the dam broke, you know what I mean? And dam broke with Steph Curry getting mismatches, switching and stuff like that, jabbing, dudes almost buckling, getting airtime. And he doesn't need much airspace to get his shot off. And he was zeroed in. And, that he was the reason why they were able to pull away late and win this game, man. The Wemby showed up, did his thing. Uselli, man, he probably don't hear a lot or get a lot of calls from NBA teams with the way he's played throughout the Olympics, man. It was big time. Like I said, they're backcourt. Batum, he was all over the place, guarding the different guys, just playing his role and whatnot. But you look at your, coordinate, 0 points. Ntilikina, 0 points. You had to come off the bench with Fournier and Koulibaly, Strazel. You had to have competitive guard play by group. You see what I'm saying? And that's not going to get it done with the USA because they have one of their guys, as you saw with stuff, is capable of destroying their entire perimeter group. And that's the difference between the USA and other countries. They're deep at all positions. You get no relief. Whereas, depending on the country, you might get relief in the backcourt or you get relief in the front court. No one really has a steady diet of playmakers and shot makers throughout their lineup and at every position. And that's what the U.S. has, and that's why they were able to pull away, man. Also, France, 7 missed free throws, man. They had their chances to, get momentum, get the lead. They down by 3, 1 or 2, missing both free throws, 58%. You didn't shoot well from 3, then 9 for 30. Like I said, you got to play name there perfect. You can't beat USA shooting like that, but then you're giving up 53% from the field, 50% from deep, and then you went 8 for 8 from the line. And then I'll rebounded you 37 to 33, and out assisted you 29-21. Now, what kept them in the game was their France defense was on point also. They forced 17 turnovers, and that also gave them light. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, man, the better team won, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's why certain guys are on this team, man. And when it was money time and the game was on the line, Steph, man, greatest shooter of all time, top 3-point guard of all time. He showed up, delivered, and once again reminded the world that he is who he is.
Yeah, and that was the crazy part about it, right? Was a lot of there was stretches where USA couldn't pull away because of France's defense. So many turnovers, some forced, some unforced, just lazy passes. Covering different teams throughout the years we do. I know so many times we talk about folks being strong with the ball, and so many cases with USA just lackadaisical passing. I think the way they closed the third quarter was horrible. I think it was a pass between Ant and Kevin. It was just a lazy pass. I think DeColo took it, got down there, got the crowd back into it. And also, I love the environment that they were playing in because France was at home. That crowd, felt like that crowd definitely kept France from kind of wilting a couple times that they hit the ropes for sure. But like you said, it always comes down to little things, missed free throws, and for the most part, France's guards were in hell in terms of, like we saw really good closeouts, but Anthony Davis bothered so many of their guards when they were out there switching with not only just good closeouts, but I feel like he got several of his blocks off closeouts as well. Like, you're a guard. It's one thing to have a big switch in you. It's another thing when you think you create space and you didn't. It's no space created. And AD took a lot of airspace away. It was the opposite thing that was happening when Steph was getting some of those switches versus some of France's guards. But like you said, that's what makes Steph. And I think what was really needed was kind of the change with that lineup, adding some more spacing and size into what France brings to the table too. We saw them go to 4 of those 5 late. I thought Book had another really quiet good game in this one too. I know he's been quietly productive throughout this run. I think he had one game where he had 18, but I feel like this one was better than the game. He had 18 in. I think the only thing he did bad in this game was pick up some silly fouls. AD and Bam were huge different times. AD almost had a double-double. But yeah, bro, Wemby's crazy.
Homie, that's why I keep saying, get y'all shit before he figure it out. And they put pieces around him. Get it, dog. Like, let's be for real. 26-7. And against this team, as a youngin, against this team with everybody, all the hitters, this team, all the hitters you can think of in the league right now, this team. What you think he gonna carry in this next season, bro? Like, his confidence, he gonna be I'm everybody getting it. Everybody getting, like, he's insane. And he got a point guard that will be an extension of the coach to help him be even more insane. And that's why I keep saying, well, I want to be I just want him to stay healthy, because we had another version of him with Ralph Sampson. He couldn't, and you saw the damage him and Elijah was doing out the gate, getting to the finals. It was about to get ugly. If he would have stayed healthy, the entire history of the league would be different, because you would have had to deal with those dudes. You know what I'm saying? And they did it with, like, guard play. It was just them two, and they got to the finals back in the day, in 86. Then he hurt his knee in 87, was never sane. I just want this kid to stay healthy so we can see if this version reach its maximum potential. And if it does, I have no doubt he's going to be the first player to challenge for $500 million in the contract. Like, sign for like $500 million for 4 or 5 years, easy. And then and he's still going to be on hell. He might be down the road going to challenge for $1 billion over a contract with the way this team might, like, because he's too damn special. There's nothing in the world like him. So he's one-on-one. And he gave his team that. So imagine the league.
I go a step further past the league. Obviously, we expect him. I agree with you wholeheartedly. That's a hell of a boost of confidence. Because there's no team in the league that has that amalgamation of talent in any night, right? Nobody has all of those things. Also, going forward, he's going to have some of his youngsters that are just hitting the league. Like, some of his peers weren't on this France team. On this France team, the only one of his peers was Bilal. And I think Strauzer's a youngin. But outside of that, the rest of his peers, his group, his age group sitting their rookie year.
Yeah, Sar, Risa Shea, and the kid that got drafted in Charlotte.
Yeah, I forget his name, but yeah.
New
Batum. Yeah, New Batum.
Yeah. Batum.
Yeah. Like, and that's the crazy thing, because, again, not to knock the U.S. for what things may look like in 4 years, but there were times in this game where they both had to kind of, where Alien had to guard Alien, and you kind of kept them two in a separate sandbox, while other people could do what they do, because you can't just leave whoever on the U.S.'s version. Because I'm sure France would have loved. We saw Wemby prior to the USA game ruin so many things for guards when they took Rudy out the lineup. He was everywhere on that court defensively for them. But with the U.S., if you have a Wemby, which you're going to put him on somebody. Again, the aliens had to go stand next to each other for most of the game. It created space. I don't know what that looks like in 28.
But think about the immediate impact Wembanyama had in this game.
Mhm.
Embiid, who killed last game, couldn't even play.
Nah, he
He
couldn't.
minutes. He had to sit him down because then Wembanyama was spreading his load, and he
No,
came.
the Hezzy in the first quarter, he
Bro,
almost buckled Buddy.
come on, man. You got to guard him. So he learned it. That's what I'm saying. He coming. You get what you can get before they put the pieces around him in San Antonio, and he figure out the league. Because once he figure out how to win, it's gonna be hell to beat that dude because he can do so much.
Man, look, hell of a performance by France. I'm very eager to see what the next iteration of them look like in the Olympics because it looks like they're in like a golden age right now in terms of the type of talent they're putting out right now. And then I'm obviously eager to see what this country looks like in 4 years because, yeah, there's a bunch of young players, but you still give folks enough time that whoever those players are right now probably won't be the exact same player in 3-4 years. So get to see what that looks like. But credit to the old folks for getting it done. And again, in that environment, I'm sure the powers that be, people need to be happy the old folks were available. It looked crazy on TV. I can only imagine what it was like in there. That was a super pro France crowd.
Oh, hell yeah. It was a road game.
Yeah.
And that's what I was also saying. Like, they got the home crowd. You saw people after the semis were set, were done, and they was, these two teams getting to the championship, and people was like, man, France gonna get their ass with all blah blah blah, man. They're gonna get dominated and stuff like that, man. They ain't as good as Serbia or not. They ain't as good as Serbia and all that stuff like that. I'm like, don't say that. Like, they got a home crowd. That's it. Pride is a mug, man. It's just like picture a team coming to your neighborhood like we about to smack y'all. That's gonna raise you gonna be on another level. Like, hell no, it's pride. And that's how they battle, man. You know what I'm saying? So they just ain't have enough depth. They just ain't have enough depth and the pieces to get it done. They hurt themselves, missing free throws. They had their chances, but they couldn't seize it. And that's the difference. Again, between beating the USA and losing to them. You gotta be perfect. You can't really make these mistakes. You can't lead. You can't give them life because they're gonna take you out. Last game, Serbia had them. We all know who woke up late. KD and LeBron, Steph woke up. You know what I'm saying? Late, helped them pull away. This game, France was right there. Steph woke up again.
And again, the type of stress that those three could put on a defense in those moments, the stuff they've been through already. Again, credit to them for getting it done. That luxury is not going to be here next go round because some of the U.S. players, while they will have they should be more accomplished in their NBA careers. It's different being on a team with the old dudes at the forefront of it than being the guys on the team for the first time getting it done. Where it's that pressure's solely on your shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
It's solely on your shoulders. Those are two totally different things. Like whatever youngster on this team, no matter what happened, you weren't going to get blamed for anything that happened. This went left. The three old folks were.
Right.
And again, that pressure hits different, man. Like it was cool seeing a medal being won in essentially like a huge road game. And shout out to France for showing up like that. I'm eager to see what the women's game looks like, tomorrow morning because this is the first time I think in Olympic history we've had the matchup be the same on the men's and women's, right? So shout out to that. Shout out to France for getting to this point in both on both sides of things.
Yeah, shit. They probably gonna come out like we gonna get the goal tomorrow. They probably I'll be on that. Hey, we coming back tomorrow. We gonna sure we gotta get this goal. We gotta get but France shouldn't be disappointing in the silver.
No.
No. They coming.
They shouldn't be disappointed getting the silver. I'm sorry, cut you out. They shouldn't be disappointed getting silver. And Serbia shouldn't be disappointed getting bronze.
They was cheering, bro. Like, it's hard, man. This do or die games. Come on, man. That's a different level. When you got 7 games, you can do or die. That's a different level of stress, man. And again, they've shut up. Serbia and France, their performance against USA have shut up. All these people that saying, y'all said the world caught up. USA is going to smack everybody by 30. Early in the, because they was playing their little lightweights early on in the play. All that's done now. And you can tell by how they were celebrating. They was like, woof. So they felt it.
Yeah, people got to let that go. Again, like the biggest of red buttons had to be hit. We ain't seen Steph and Kev on the court together since the Warriors.
Right.
Buttons had to be hit to get this done.
Mhm.
Let's not, like, don't be disrespectful, y'all. Some of y'all being very disrespectful. Like the biggest of red buttons was hit to get past Serbia and France today. Like y'all know what the button was because y'all didn't even want to watch basketball anymore when that button got hit during the 82 version of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that button had to be hit. And there were times that we saw evidence of it in this game because even during those runs, Steve only hit the panic button. He waited until he had to hit it. But what did we see times late in this game? We saw Steph Kev some of the screens up top to get space.
Mm-hmm.
Like the big red button had to be hit. Please give these countries their just due. And if you don't, look, man, that's your choice. I know what life probably looks like in another 4 years. Y'all gotta chill. I gotta chill out. We ready because I think it's be more of a open season type of thing.
Yes, sir.
Next go round. I'm looking forward to it. But player of the game, I think we all know who it is.
Stefferless, man. Stefferless.
All right, X Factor.
Got again LBJ, the playmaker, running the team. 5 turnovers, but that's a testament to how long and athletic and strong France is. You know, Yabusele and Victor, man, is the dog. I don't think people understand how long and tall this dude is, man. To be that agile, man, sick. Like just seeing him for the first time last year with the Wizards game, I'm like, man. And that was in person. He could like. I just will never forget the picture when Andrew Wiggins shot that 3 in preseason. He caught it at his peak.
Yeah.
See, that's some different stuff, man. I saw that. I was like, dog. So we got to shoot. We got to start working on floater threes to get over this dude. Like, it's sick, man. So yeah, that you throwing passes and you gotta be careful with his length. You know he's in the area, so you throwing it a little bit wider than your teammates used to.
Mm-hmm.
It's little stuff like that, man, and that's what led to it. But you know, you gotta give it to LeBron, man. You know, 14, 10 assists, 6 rebounds, but 6 to 10 from the field. Outside of 5 turnovers, he's daily efficient.
Yeah, I was torn almost like a 2-person thing, but I could get with the Bron thing. I thought I'd give an honorable mention. I thought AD, Book, and Kev were straight, but Bron was huge in this one because he almost went. He had to go full facilitator for the most part for them to do what they needed to do to open up France's defense, which was the luxury of having Steph, Kevin, and Book all off ball at the same time to keep that floor spaced enough. Because to your point about Wemby and the length that he has. Right. Anytime those lineups didn't have as much spacing as possible, it got funky out there.
Facts.
Like it got funky. And again, it keeps talking about the size of France. When you know some of his classmates per se join him, Sar 7'1", Reese Shea 6'10", 6'10", whatever he is. If he doesn't grow, like. That's going to be a lot to deal with. A lot to do with. Looking forward to it, though. But we're going to talk to y'all tomorrow morning, right after the women right after the USA women take on France in the gold medal game. Appreciate y'all as always.